Hello guys, welcome back to another brand new video. I'm Aditya, and in this video guys we'll be covering more about loops. So I guess in the previous video we have left over after for loop, so we have covered what for loop is in C sharp. So in this video we'll be mostly covering what while loop and maybe for each loop if possible. So without wasting time guys, let us get into the video. So guys, in the previous video I have told about for loop, right? So it was pretty much easy, I guess. If you didn't get it, you can check that video once again and you can practice a little bit more before coming to this. And I want to give you a small note that this while loop is also similar to that of C++ and Java. I think it is just like a copy paste. There's nothing much difference between while loop of C++ and C sharp and Java and C sharp. It's almost pretty much the same. So you might also, if you're coming from Python also, you might have heard about while loop, right? It's almost the same thing in here as well. So now let us see how while loop works. So if I'll just type while, and here you can see we got IntelliSense. I got confused with the VS Code. I don't know what we call this in this thing. So we'll just call it IntelliSense or suggestions. So now here in while loop also, in for loop we have seen that it takes four different statements. First the variable, condition, and the increment or decrement value if you want increment or decrement. But whereas in while loop it only takes the condition. So suppose I say int I is equal to 0, and now if I just say I is equal to 0, so now this is a condition. So now what I can do is I can write CW and say condition true running while block, condition true running while block. So when the condition is true, this will run. So now let us see, it might be a little bit different, slight difference between for loop and while loop. So here you can see it is printing continuously like infinite times. Now if I keep running it, my system may go down a little bit, so I'll better pause right now. So did it pause? I don't think so. So I just click that, and yeah, now it has been paused. So as you can see, it has printed numerous times. Why is that so? Because the condition is always true. The variable value or the condition is not being changed after each iteration. So what do I mean by that? So what happens is, once we come over here to this line, when the compiler comes over here, it sees, okay, while loop, okay, now what condition is given? Okay, let us see what the condition. So here they have given that I equal to 0. So the compiler thinks that I must run this block whenever this condition is coming as true, same as for loop. So whereas in for loop we gave three different statements, but while loop only one statement inside the block, while block. And now it is up to us to change the value of that variable or make the condition false after we execute our purpose, or something like I want to print this only once. So what I'll do is, after that I'll just write I plus plus and end it with a semicolon. So now what will happen? It will see the condition true. Okay, now I'll run this block. So it has run this block, printed this line out. And next we are going to increment. So here, whereas in for loop we added the increment or decrement in this block itself, in while loop we can add it wherever we want, after whichever code of block we want, after whichever code of line we have written, right? So you can write it after 5 lines depending on your code logic, after if blocks, else if blocks, like that. You can increment or decrement depending on the if block or else if block. So like that, if it was for loop, it is decided already. So now let us run this program and see what happens. So it should just print once and go off. So here, as you can see, condition true once it has printed, and process finished, exited with 0. So that's how this works. By the same thing you can also decrement. Now what we'll do is we'll create the same for loop. I think we have done printing from 1 to 10, I guess, in the previous video. I don't remember. So now what we'll do is we'll say lesser than or equal to 10. Then you run this program. So once it goes off like 11, it won't run this program. So it will print from 0 to 10. So now let us run this program. So it will print 10 times actually. So I have not given the number. So what we'll do is we'll just give the number or I value of I, or we can also add it over here as well. Or else let us just write console dot write, and let us use two different things. So console, if you don't know console.write, it is also very similar to console.writeLine. The only thing is that after printing this line, it won't go to the next line. So if I write console.writeLine, as you can see, it is printing. So after printing this, it's going to the next line, again printing this. So like this it is going. If we write console.write, and if we don't give anything below and the loop continuously runs, it will print horizontally everything. So this console.writeLine just adds a new line into that's why it has that line. Now here we'll write console.write again. This we can also add console.writeLine. So anyways, we'll just add console.writeLine and we'll say I. So now let us run this program. I'll minimize this. So let us see what happens now. And as you can see over here, we got this. Maybe I'll add some space. Yeah. And here I think you can see. So first time 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. So when it comes to 10, it is continuously running until the value of I reaches to 10. And once it comes to 10 and runs this whole block, and it's going to increment the value of 10 to 11. So I plus plus, so 10 plus plus, that is 11. So when it again comes to this while loop to check the condition, 11 is not less than 10 nor equal to 10. So it's going to pass. So that was about while loop, guys. And the for each loop, I think we'll be covering it once we come to data structures or something like that. That might make more sense for each loop, data structures like lists, dictionaries, and that time. So that's it for this video, guys. We have learned about while loop. I hope you liked this video and understood the concept clearly. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and also don't forget to share with all your friends. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.